In this video, I paid 5 designers to design the same logo and packaging. This will be fun. Will they suck or will they be great? Let's find out. This video is brought to you by DesignBro. Stick around to learn more. The designers had only 24 hours to complete this challenge. Tea Time is the name of the brand and they create tea. Here is Alice. First of all, I like the design overall. I love the color combinations that you've got in this design. The actual can stands out quite a lot too. There's a lot of illustration going on and it ties really well into the logo. The font of the logo is nice as well. I want to say that that's more hand lettered though, because you've gone for a lot of customization. Let's look at how this was made. Oh, okay, so you actually drew it in. It wasn't a font. That makes a lot more sense. This is Procreate, I believe. You can see the spine of the letter form there and how it was created on the iPad. I love that. Seeing the process sketch is so cool. The composition is just right as well. And with the crossbars of the T, you've done a great job adding the leaves in there. I'm thinking it might be hard to read from a distance, but I don't know, I think I like the look of the colors and everything and it works pretty nicely. The mock-up is good as well. It's just there. There's a lot of illustrations of the green tea and lime in there. I think the only thing I would say, and this is more of like a preferential thing, is this E at the bottom, this little line. I don't like the fact that it tapers off into a leaf. I think you can go a bit too overboard with the leaf. Because I'm like an absolute type nerd, if I zoom right in, which is every designer's worst nightmares when I or someone else zooms right into their work. These edges here, they shouldn't be there. It should be quite a smooth line going down. However, it's not the be all and end all because no normal person will be like looking that small into the design. Imagine that being on the shelves and just looking into the type. Unless you're me, if you've got your work in a shopping mall or a store, I will 100% look very closely at the type. Okay, so let's check the brief to see if it works. So, tea time. It's always tea time.
Tea time forever!
We've created a tea that's not just about the flavors, but about the right ingredients for the right time of day. We even added a little bit of pop with sparkling results. So that is it. You've added bubbles in with tea. That's a great idea. From looking at it, it doesn't at first appear to be sparkling or have any bubbles in there. It just looks like green tea with the twist of lime. But now that I'm looking in, you can see these. I think these bubbles could have little highlights on them, like just at the top there, just to accentuate the 3D-ness of a bubble. Otherwise, it just looks like highlights in the background of it. But overall, this is unreal. I love the illustrations. It's quite playful. It's not serious. I like that. Having illustrations on a can makes it stand out on a shelf, which is really important. And for accessibility, it's pretty good as well. They can see that this is either a lemon or a lime, maybe an orange, but they're not going to go too far off. They're not going to be thinking this is some sort of cherry drink, and I'm talking accessibly. Brilliant. Thanks, Alice. Let's check out the second one. So the second designer is Anna, and this is what she's done. Anna's created a completely different look to the tea. They've given a different color combination. It's a bit more upmarket. They've used luxurious colors. It's kind of like this skin beige brown with this nice, what's the word for it? It's like a sage blue. Is there such thing as a sage blue? Maybe I shouldn't be asking that. I am a designer. I'm gonna get so much in the comments for that. Can you get sage blue? So to get sage blue, you have to beat every level in the world in under an hour. Oh right, that's a game. Apparently you have to get every level in under an hour to get sage blue, so I was wrong. You've gone for the high-end upmarket here, so less playful, and I can see that this drink would cost me definitely like $4 if I was to buy it. So you've gone definitely more luxurious with this. I love it. The color scheme is great. The composition is nice. I would have liked to have seen the tea time be slightly larger, because when someone's on the shelf and you're walking past it, you want to see the logo. With this, tea time has to have like a decent logo for people to be attracted to it, as well as the packaging, which is obviously arguably just as important. So you've got the Noon green tea. So this is organic premium fizzy tea, no added sugar. I do like the composition here and the fact that you got the clock for noon. I don't know how I didn't get that at first. I was wondering what was going on. I think the problem that we have here is that a lot of people will be reading that as no on instead of noon until they see the clock where it's actually striking noon, the crack of noon. It's incredible how you can make the same product look more luxurious by just changing a few elements. The one element they've changed, obviously, being the type. They've gone for a more serif typeface. Obviously the serifs aren't there, but they've gone for a serif typeface which automatically exudes, it bleeds luxury. And then down here as well, it's not playful at all. It means business. It kind of reminds me of like a meditation, you know. This product would work really well at a retreat because we've got all the green leaves coming down here, the two colors, especially this one here. I like the fact that you've gone for sort of like a solar part down here, like an astro. You see the planet and the time moving. The clock is a real nice touch. I like to zoom out in all of these as well because this is how I'm going to be viewing it most of the time. When you're in a shop or in a store, you'll be spending a lot of your time just walking past products, and all these products are trying to do is grab your attention. There's a reason why the products on the shelves are placed where they are. It's so that it makes you impulse buy it. And this is something that I think I would impulse buy if I saw in a shop. So that's a good sign. So Anna, that was great. Let's move on to the next, the third graphic designer, John 89. So you've gone to dusk. So there's three. Alice has daybreak, then we had noon with Anna, and now John 89 is with dusk. I like the difference here of can. It's a bit less tall and a bit more of like those IPA beer sizes. I like that. I love the colors in the background here. I think you've got it just right. You've got the cinnamon red going in with the dusk idea of it being not black, but this really dark navy blue. The design is very minimal. There's not much going on aside from this gradient here with this, I guess it's like the sun moon reference there. The can, it definitely sparks luxury to me. I can definitely see that. You've got the gold caps up here. The only thing that I'm a bit confused on is the logo itself. You've gone for a very condensed type and you've chosen two weights. It looks like you've tried to be a bit different, a bit too different. What you've done is you've, I guess not in a nasty way or in a bad way, but you've scaled down the legibility in your priorities. It's not as legible as I would like it to be. You created the type all by yourself for that one as well. That's pretty decent. I do like the composition. I think both of these would be better if they were the same weight to keep it in bold. To me, it looks less like a tea, like a fizzy tea. Looks more like an IPA, but that might be what you're going for. You've got all the information written nicely. I just don't see it being like a tea when I look at the packaging, but that could be doing what other brands do. Let me think of an example. Like Liquid Death, that brand, that does not look like a water company. When you see it, it looks like some sort of like Rockstar energy drink, which is what makes you want to buy it. So maybe this has that same idea throughout. Before I move on to the next graphic designer, DesignBro has sponsored this video. Now, all these designers that you're seeing on here came from DesignBros. All these designers are fully vetted and they are chosen to be on the DesignBro platform. DesignBro is a completely different to a crowdsourced award-winning model of getting your logos done in a competition. It's a lot more ethical, a lot fairer. Designers work, they get paid, and you get a great design for it. And if you're a graphic designer and would like to try DesignBro and get vetted on there, you can click the link down below. If you check out any of the other videos we've done, you'll notice that the DesignBro videos, we always have top-notch design quality on there. So if you'd like to learn more about DesignBro, click the link down below in the description. Okay, the next one is Martin. What a name, Martin. So this is a dusk one as well. So we have daybreak, noon, and dusk. This one, again, dark. And I like the, wow, this is actually pretty decent. I quite like it. I think I like this one the best so far in the dusk department or in the dusk realm. You've gone for a chamomile tea, which is completely different, but it makes sense because when I'm drinking tea at night, it's going to be lemongrass or ginger or chamomile. What I like about this can design, yeah, it looks like an alcoholic drink, but it isn't. And I think it's got that same thing as Liquid Death where it looks like something else, but it's not. And it's a nice surprise to people. Really like this sort of space theme going on here. Reminds me of the Fabric of Time. The logo is actually pretty decent. I like the way that you've stretched out the E there. It's so simple, but means a lot. It's unique and it fits. And there's not much else I can say other than I really like the packaging. I really want to turn it around to see what's on the back of it, because I feel like there'll be some super cool illustrations. But all this line work here looks so intricate, so detailed and interesting. You see the waves, you can see the moon. makes a lot of sense, the color combination, and it's jet black as well, which is quite different. The logo itself, yeah, we've gone for a more vertical approach, which makes a lot of sense. I think nowadays we don't see many vertical logos where the icon is like really tall and the type is really small. But for a drinks company with a long can, that makes complete sense. It could be on so many products in different color combinations to create that system. It just makes sense. Yet the presentation is great. I would have loved to see what it looked like on the back. That's just because it's very inviting, which is a good sign, I think, especially to folk like me that are just interested in graphic design in general. Picking a product up and looking at the back of it, getting someone to just hold that product anyway is a difficult thing. So Martin actually created this logo all in Figma, which is pretty wild. Oh, you created all the designs for it as well, like that cool gradient effect with the lines. I love that. So well done. Really like that one, Martin. Very good. Okay, last but not least, Rich 587. Ooh, this is more of a matte feeling. I like it. Okay, first thing, I really like the composition here. It's completely different. You've gone for the same sort of logo as Martin there, where you've extended the E to fit in line with time, which I like. The logo itself, very oddly placed, but kind of works for a can. I think there's so much competition with these drinks that we just see plain logos on them stripped up, kind of like Prime. We see Prime, it's just a font basically, but it works so well because it takes over most of the bottles. Everyone can see Prime. I love the minimal illustration with this. This is very systematic, or can be. You can create a whole system out of this. So if this was like lime, then you could change this to lime colors. You could put like any fruit behind there in that 2D illustration because it accentuates the darkness of the bottle as well. And because it's matte, it's got that different feeling to me. It doesn't feel like it's, you know, too luxurious where it's pretentious. It doesn't feel like it's too minimal because, you know, you just want to be minimal. It feels like its own sort of style going on, and I can really see a system here. I think this one's got to be my favorite so far because of the fact that you can make a system out of it. If you were to make a daybreak version, noon version, and a dusk version, you want something that will create a system out of it. Oh, you mean business. You created that illustration. I like that a lot. Oh wow, you just did it straight there and put it on a mock-up. Nice, so simple. Honestly, it's difficult to pick a designer who's done the best. I genuinely like them all, but I think Rich 587 had it correct. To me, I like the matte difference there. I like the difference in style. It's got a mixture of many things going on in there, which leads to a very simplistic design, but it works on the shelves. If I could have had this in different colors to see, you know, a contrasting or a negative contrast to this, so it would be a completely different color scheme where it's like light on the back and dark with type, then I think you would see the system working the same way I do. It's unique, but stands out on the shelves, and I really like that. So that one, Rich 587, was my overall favorite of this one. So make sure you hit the link down below to vote for your favorite. Let me know in the comments down below which one you liked the best. And if you liked the video, please press the subscribe button. We do these videos every now and then. And if you do enjoy it, share it with your friends. If you watched all the way to the end, write Apple in the comments, somewhere in your comments. Hide it away so I can see it. That lets me know that you watched all the way to the end, so I can give you a big thank you. And if you like this video, then you will certainly like this video going on over here. It's an absolute blast. So go ahead and watch that one. It's a great video, honestly. I wouldn't say it wasn't if it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was if it wasn't. It's a great video. See you soon.